Good afternoon, passport holders. Today, July 3rd, 2017, day 976 of the vlogs, and it's late. It's late. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the reason why I'm starting this vlog so late, I finally slept, and slept deep and hard, and just was out, like dead to the world, and I've got the stats to prove it. I went to bed shortly after 4 a.m. and was asleep for 8.5 hours hardcore. Woke up at 12:30 and sat there and kind of putzed around for a little bit, grabbed a jug of water, that kind of thing, and then laid back down, fell back asleep for another 2 hours. So that's why it is currently approaching 3 o'clock, and I am just getting started with the vlog. Today's going to be busy, top to bottom, with all the stuff that I need to get done before I leave for work, because yes, I am working today. I do have a 5-hour training shift. So what do I need to do? Well, first and foremost is I got to get the vlog edit done. That's a must. I've got to split up both yesterday's keynote talk that Gary posted and today's Ask Gary V 257 with John Taffer. Both of those need to be split and sent up to the team. Let them work on it tonight, tomorrow, whatever, right? I'm not picky about it. I've got a Yoga with Adrian from yesterday, 7-minute post-run yoga vlog that I need to get done. I've got 2 episodes of Clintus that I need to get done, and I've got the rest of the Paige and Gary interaction, that 15-minute talk, which I have 12 minutes already done on. So I've got to get all of that stuff done. Those 6 items all have to get finished before I leave. Obviously, I have to feed myself somewhere in there as well. So that's the plan. It should be busy on my end, crappy vlog on yours. I'll check in with you guys when I'm doing the drive up north. But yeah, let's get today started, guys.
All right, guys, so 6:30 at this point, and obviously on the road. Wins are put up on the board, but not all the wins that I wanted. I did not get to the final, getting to the Paige interview with Gary, but I did get both episodes split and sent up. I've actually already received about half of them back. The other half are being worked on, so they may get done today, which would be freaking awesome. Both Clintus episodes are done. My vlog got done, and Yoga with Adrian also got finished. So, all in all, I'm really only behind by, we'll call it 4 or 5 minutes worth of content, which would make the difference, which is probably about 20 minutes worth of work to do it all up and right and everything else. So, I'll do that when I get home at some point tonight, and then tomorrow, since I don't have anything going on, I'll ship at Ask Gary V 256 with Morgan Spurlock. I would like to get that one done in its entirety, and that's when I would call it good. If I want to do anything more, then that's great. If I don't, it's a holiday. No one's going to be upset with me about the fact that it's not getting done. So that's that. This is going to be a 5-hour shift at the job. There is almost no chance that we'll stay for the full 5 hours in my mind, though. The way that my instructor was talking about what we have to get done. Well, best laid plans completely screwed by the IT guys. HR and IT did not finish setting up all of our profiles. So half the group of guys was able to get into some stuff. Nobody was able to log into everything, which is great. And the fact that nobody's around and it's a holiday, well, nobody's around because it's night side, right? They don't have a full team built out to support. There's no infrastructure for us. So it's this weird situation where every time we have something break, it will take us a full business day for us to get it rectified. So when passwords need to be reset or access needs to be granted, well, we can't do stuff. So a couple of the guys who were coming in from out of town, including our instructor, were pretty miffed about the fact that, like, we literally couldn't do anything. And even because it's Monday and most of the current night side support team, which is important at the company, but not our job, they're Tuesday through Saturday. So, yeah. Our instructor looked at us and said, I got nothing for you and we can't fix nothing. I don't want to do a call. So, see you on Wednesday? So it's like 8:30. And he's like, here's the deal. You just got to be quiet about it. Like, we're going we're going to pay you for the full day. Like, we're going to make this all happen, but I got nothing for you. So, head home. And so we all kind of looked around and we're like, wow. And so we ended up just chilling, hanging out for like an extra 20 minutes, just the bunch of us. And 8:30 rolled around and Carrie's like, no, seriously, let's just go. Carrie being my instructor. So we all started to roll out. So yeah, a bunch of hours that I wasn't expecting. Obviously, I can definitely take advantage of it and do a bunch of work if I wanted to. There's part of me that just wants to watch an episode of Game of Thrones and drink a beer. I think that's the plan. And I'll get to the short one from Gary and his team with the Page interview tonight, I think, as well. So I think that's a target. But yeah, heading south on the 101.
All right, guys. Well, just after midnight now. Watching the Angels game, which may come back on here momentarily. Watching the replay of that since I got to like the 4th inning before I had to go to work. Watch an episode of Game of Thrones. And I think after this game's over, I'm going to play some Destiny. I played a little bit yesterday, but away from that, like I don't think I've played more than 3 or 4 times in the last month. And it is something that I enjoy. So I'm going to go back and go do some PvP stuff and have fun there. Yeah, just lots of pieces in play right now, and having fun with it, and thinking and making plans relating to kind of what I want for the next really 2 years. Last time I did this, I set out a list. Oh, let me pause this. Last time I did this, I think it was 2008, 2009, where I set out like an 18, was that 18 or 24 months, a set of goals that I actually put in my apartment next to the wall as I was exiting the apartment. So I saw them every day. And in that, I'd set these crazy goals, right? Things for me to be promoted a number of times, things for me to be making this amount of money, things for me to be paying off my car, things for me to do like personally, professionally, development-wise, reading a lot of books, things like that. And because I saw that thing on the wall every day, I actually did all of them in about 9 months. And I feel like that there's an opportunity for me to do something very similar here, especially if I end up moving back to that same apartment complex, which the more I think about it, the more, if I can make it happen, I will. Obviously I have the business, which is going to throw off a little bit of cash, so that plus the standard paycheck, not the commission stuff, should be enough for me to clear the threshold that I need to relating to income in order to move in there. The question now only becomes when. If I can, and I think I will really be shooting for November 1st or around that time to get keys for that place, because I'm at this place technically until the end of November, if memory serves. I should be through to the end of November. So my hope is that I can have an overlap of 3 or 4 weeks, and then I'll be up there, because I don't want to do this drive anymore. Like, I don't like the idea of spending nearly an hour in my car every day. And not to mention the fact that the gas alone is going to cost me somewhere between, $50 to $60 a week in order to do this job. And again, with Ben and Kami moving to Maine here at some point in the next 12 to 24 months, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to be this far south, because I have nothing really holding me down for that. So I'll go back up north, do that, and continuing to just kind of think about like what the next 24 months needs to look like in order for me to get into a much better spot. All right, guys, it is currently 5:30 in the morning, and I'm still awake. Tried to go to bed twice now, and sleep just has not come for me today. So finally had my first real inkling of being tired, so I'm going to try and take advantage of it. That's stated with an 11:10 start to the Angels game. I think that it's really, really highly likely that what's going to happen is that I'm going to go to sleep, no alarm, wake up somewhere around noon, 1 o'clock. I'll watch the Bachelorette from tonight, which still hasn't been posted, which I was kind of sort of hoping for, but has not been posted on the ABC app. Watch that, and then I'll end up watching the replay of the Angels game from today/tomorrow, July 4th. So that's kind of the deal right now. I don't know if Ben and Kami are having people over. Wouldn't be shocked if they are, but I haven't received an invitation, and nor do I want to really take advantage of that. I mean, obviously I'll be there starting on Friday through the end of like better part of 2 weeks, and I may actually go over there on Thursday night just to make things simple for them. And if I can drive them to the airport, well, then that's certainly something I can do for them, because I chose some family. I don't get much of an option, but I am also taking care of them, and I'm taking care of their home, so I might as well, in my mind, communicate with them over the course of the next day or so in order to see if I should go there after I'm done at midnight, or if I should just plan on going over there Friday morning, Friday afternoon, something like that. But yeah, simple day, simple work shift, just hanging out here afterwards. So not a bad day all the way around. Thank you guys so much for your time and your attention. As always, I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.